Have you ever stared out of a plane window and thought, how is this giant metal thing even up here? Like, seriously?
All the time, especially during takeoff. It feels like we're defying every law of nature. I mean, it's basically a flying building.
Right? I used to think the engines were doing all the work. Just push it really fast and boom, it flies.
That's what I thought too, like throwing a paper airplane really hard. Speed equals flight, right?
Exactly. But here's the twist. It's not just about speed. Speed helps, sure, but the real magic comes from the wings and this thing called lift.
Okay, I've heard of lift, but how does that actually work? It can't be just the shape of the wing, can it?
Great question. So airplane wings are curved on top and flatter underneath. That shape is called an airfoil. When the plane moves forward, air flows faster over the curved top and slower underneath.
Wait, and what does that do?
Because air moves faster over the top, the pressure drops there. Meanwhile, pressure underneath the wing stays higher. That pressure difference pushes the wing up, and that's what we call lift.
I think I'm still a little confused. Why does faster air mean lower pressure?
Totally fair. Think of it this way. When air moves quickly, the particles are more spread out, so they don't push down as hard. It's kind of like traffic. If cars are speeding by, there's no buildup. But if they slow down, pressure builds up behind them.
Oh, so fast air means less pressure, slow air means more pressure, and that's what lifts the plane?
Exactly. That's Bernoulli's principle. But guess what? It's not the full story. There's also Newton's third law in action.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right?
Yep. The wings are slightly tilted. That's called the angle of attack. As the plane moves forward, the wings push air downward. The reaction, the air pushes the wings upward. So lift comes from both pressure differences and that downward push.
Wow. So it's like physics teamwork. Bernoulli and Newton joining forces.
Exactly. Science is literally holding the plane up while you're watching a movie.
That's insane, but honestly, comforting too. There's a system behind it, not just brute force.
For sure. And here's something cool. So once the plane is in the air, even if the engine stopped, it wouldn't just fall.
Wait, really?
Really. Planes are built to glide. A typical jet can glide about 15 kilometers forward for every 1 kilometer it drops.
That's crazy. So pilots could still land safely without engines?
Absolutely. That's called glide ratio, and modern planes have great ones. Pilots train for engine out landings all the time.
That's actually reassuring. Makes flying feel less risky.
Exactly. And remember, it's all about 4 key forces: lift, weight, thrust, and drag.
Thrust comes from the engines pushing forward. Drag is the resistance from the air slowing the plane down. Lift pushes up, and weight pulls down.
Boom! That's the whole flight equation. When lift equals weight and thrust is greater than drag, the plane cruises.
I feel like I should get a little aviation badge for learning this.
You've officially passed Plane Physics 101.
Okay, quick question. Do birds fly the same way?
Yes, birds have wings shaped like airfoils too. They flap to create thrust, but lift works the same.
And those crazy aerobatic planes that fly upside down, how do they still get lift?
Great one! They change the angle of attack dramatically, forcing air down even when the plane's inverted. So it's more about angle than wing shape in those cases.
Mind blown. I never thought flying was this complex.
And yet so elegant, right? Every little piece of the design is working with nature, not against it.
I'm definitely going to look at planes differently now. I'll be that person explaining Bernoulli to strangers on board.
Just don't do it during turbulence.
Deal. I'll wait until drink service.
All right, folks, if this sparked your curiosity, make sure to follow us.
From science to languages to real-life learning, we're here to make your travel time smarter.
This is Learn While Traveling. Catch you in the next episode.